Hello, everybody. It's your girl, Frugal Mama, and
I'm Tasha.
And this is Tasharia. Okay, that was my fault that time. Hello, everybody. It's Tasharia. I'm Tasharia.
And I'm Tasha.
And we're the Turners. Welcome to Turner Talk Podcast. Oh, I messed up this time. We usually try to get our greeting down. We practice and everything. But when it comes to here, we be so excited. It just goes all out the window. But we want to thank everybody for being here. And welcome to anyone coming in replaying this live stream.
And today we have a special guest, Marcus, a.k.a. Bird Jackson.
Oh, yeah,
businessman, influencer, and the way we end up getting introduced to each other, it was kind of like, I don't know, I would say God. We had a minister on our podcast the day before that Saturday. And that Sunday I get up because I watch the ID channel. My wife doesn't like it. And I was scrolling through my phone and a video popped up of this gentleman. A little bit later, my wife's cousin contacted me, sent me a Facebook. He said, hey, this gentleman would be great for y'all's podcast. I was like, no way. He said, yeah, I know him. I said, why was I just looking at one of his reels that popped up in my feed? I was like, look at that. And we reached out to him and we talked a couple of days later. And he accepted the invite on the podcast. And this is a gentleman that has multiple businesses and he's out there getting it and he's willing to give free game today. So you get it today for free. Tomorrow you're going to have to pay for it. So we're going to let him introduce himself.
I'm Marcus Jackson. I'm the owner of B&D Liquor, KO's Clubhouse, and B&D Construction. And also BreadWinners.
That's what's up. And BreadWinners is a word that he used quite often during his motivational videos that he shares throughout the day, which are very inspiring, gives you hope, it hypes you up, feel like you can conquer the world. When you came up with BreadWinners, what was behind BreadWinners that you?
Well, it's just a way of life to us. That's how we live. It's not so much talking about money or whatever. We just always on the go and always trying to get it. So it's like a breadwinner.
That's what's
up. Self-explanatory.
That's what's up. I like that. And as far as your businesses, how did you start them out and where? Tell us a little background of where you grew up and how you grew up.
Well, I grew up in Eastwood, Fort Worth, Texas. Eastwood, I'm gonna say. But once we started, we had more business before the liquor store. But once we got started, we got the liquor store. And like I said, we've been there 20 years now. And so the construction company came on later on. So we've been there about 15 years. And KO's Clubhouse came on about 5 years ago. So the businesses are lasting. So evidently we're doing something right.
Definitely.
So I'm just trying to push with everybody to try to get everybody to come on. Exactly. We're stronger together.
Hey, there you go. And when you and I had our conversation over the phone, you was like, there's enough out here for everybody.
Yeah.
And it's about us pushing each other.
Right.
You know, if I make it, you make it. If you make it, I make it. It's in today's society, us as people, we're so worried about you making more, you having more than I have.
It's
but
crazy.
If you got 1.5 million and I got 1 million, I'm still doing good, you know?
If we put it together.
There you go.
We all right.
A mighty fist. And if you look at a lot of the corporations, they're not even going in by themselves. They have a board of people that go into this business and make it happen. And that's the thing that we need to start doing because together, I feel that we could take over the U.S.,
right.
You know?
There's another event center. I did a reel on it the other day. It's called Ours for Us. And we collaborate all the time. We'll send them people and they'll send us people. So we're in the same business, but we still on the same team. And that's how everybody needs to be. So.
Okay. So when you saying we, tell us a little bit more when you say we, who your team is, and tell the audience.
Well, when I say we, it's me and my wife. We one, no matter what. It's one. And our team is my kids. And we roll through everything. If she has idea, we roll the idea. If this one have idea, we behind her. Whoever does it, we behind them 100%, whether we like it or not. We might not be able to understand what someone else see. So you have to ride with them anyway until you, okay, I get it, let's go. So you just push everybody in our household, push each other. So
I can tell. I can really tell because they like we're doing this person doing this person doing that, and I love it. Mm-hmm. So okay, so they're very diverse. You have very diverse, businesses. And like, some people say, well, why do you have this type of liquor store? What about not open up another liquor store somewhere else instead of, getting another thing?
Well, I love my neighborhood. Mm-hmm. So most of my businesses are based in my neighborhood. That's my event center, liquor store. Again, when I say it's we.
Yeah, right on.
It's we. Mm-hmm. So it's in our neighborhood. We both grew up there and we've been there our whole term. So, and we've been together, since I was 21, she was 23. So.
Oh, wow. So what do you find most challenging, spouses working together pretty much 24/7? Do you find it challenging, or it's pretty smooth and pretty easy?
It's pretty smooth. Understanding is the best thing in the world. And if you have it, you have everything.
There you go. And your kids, they actually have their own things going on that you support.
Well, they do their own thing and they help us with ours.
That's what it's leaving the legacy.
Yeah, we just keep scratching each other's back. The itch will get filled.
That's what's up.
Before it's over.
That's what's up, and that's what we like to hear. And when you were starting your business, what did you find the most challenging?
Well, I treat every business the same. Mm-hmm. I jump head first, and we just keep going. Mm-hmm. Ain't no such thing as lose. If you keep pushing, it's gonna win.
There you go.
So it don't matter what it is, you got to keep the drive up.
There you go.
I think that's something maybe innate in certain people, but I hope that it can be built in people who aspire to have greater, Mm-hmm. And I think what you do is help people see that it's possible. Mm-hmm. It's possible for couples to work, families to work, for people to feel inspired by somebody that looks like them. And thank you for that, because sometimes people, establish themselves and then step back and step out, and you're stepping out and helping people feel motivated and inspired.
Feel like they can do it.
Well, it's fun when everybody got something.
Exactly.
And I'm just showing a picture that I can be myself. Look, I'm wearing my shades. Mm-hmm. I wear my shades at night. That's me. Mm-hmm. So I'm just revealing that to everybody. I'm just showing it. Mm-hmm. So you can get a business and do it yourself. How you do it, it's not, you don't have to have a suit or a briefcase. You can do business just how you are. So
just that way. And when we were talking, you were saying that you wanted to do something like a seminar to try to give, financial literacy to the community, because that's our weakness right there.
Right. Well, a lot of people don't know about credit, and a lot of people have never owned a house. Mm-hmm. So we're trying to put something together where we can teach people to try to at least get them a house. Mm-hmm. Everybody wants a different thing, but you need a piece of real estate out here to even survive, really.
Piece of the pie, piece of
and what people don't understand, you throwing $1,000. Well, nowadays apartments are $2,000, $3,000. So you paying that every month to something that you would never own. Right. It's an apartment complex. Right. But at least if you putting that into your own house, guess what? That's going to be an equity. Okay, I get into financial trouble. You can go in and take an equity loan. You got a savings, as I call it. You got a savings account. Something happened, as I always say, if it's not nailed down, you can sell it. Right. So if it's go making money, get rid of it.
You can always put your house in the pawn shop. That's what
there you go. I like that. Put it in the pawn shop. There you go.
Most people can relate to that. So.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We were talking earlier, and you said that with your kids, the hustle is in them and not on them.
Yeah. That's definitely in them. They was bred that way. They've been watching us so long that it comes natural to them. Mm-hmm. So they'll try. So we be like, "What y'all doing?" They okay, well, we down. So just like the podcast, we didn't understand the podcast. Mm-hmm. My daughter, what we gonna do on? Well, okay.
Let's try.
Let's try. But I understand it better since I've been doing the little videos and stuff. I can see a little bit better now.
So what started you with the videos? Because you posted, you're out there talking about your circle you hang with has a lot to do with your success. Scared money don't make money. You're out there just pumping people up, giving them, like I said, showing them way to go.
Well, I've been getting calls for years. What should I do with this? How should I do this? How should I do that? Mm-hmm. So I started just writing it first. And people don't read.
Yeah, people were not.
Right, they wasn't hitting. I'm like, man, they didn't see that. So
Genius.
once we got started, I just started talking.
Mhm.
So now it's growing.
Yeah, and I see it, and people, like I say, I share it because it's something that can help somebody.
Right.
You know, especially if you're looking to start a business and you don't know where that next step or the steps to start one.
Right.
I mean, it can become frustrating. You become discouraged. All of that. So by doing that, I feel that, like you say, people reach out to you, and you're not afraid or stingy with your knowledge.
Oh, I want everybody to have something.
Exactly.
It's always like people can look at stuff and it'll deter them. Like, whoa, nah, that's too much. But we always just jump head in first. But I don't think everybody should. They should do their research and try to figure out what's going on. As much research as possible, then try it. Even if you fail, you learn something. So
then you know how to do it the next time,
right.
a different way.
You don't do that mistake again.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. And a lot of businesses, it takes 3, 4, 5 different times before it becomes. Look at what Ford. That's a multi-billion-dollar company. I think he tried 3 or 4 times and it failed. And look at it now.
Can't give up.
You can't give up.
Pushing. Consistent. That's why
go.
I'm on every morning at 6.
Every morning.
Popping off every morning.
With a good word or advice, something for somebody to take something from. And with your employees, a lot of people say you can be a boss and not a leader, but I feel that you're both of them, in that aspect. And what type of advice would you give people far as that? Because a lot of people think bossing is just saying, hey, you need to get over and do that. You need to do this or do that.
As a boss, I can't tell you to do something that I won't do. If I tell you to jump in the hole, best believe I'll jump in the hole with you. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing I won't do that I'm telling you to do. But if I'm telling you to do it, that means I'm doing something else. So I'm not just telling you something just to I can sit back and cross my feet.
So you out there, like you said earlier, you said you were out there doing a little work today.
Yeah.
So you always
gotta
work.
get it in.
You gotta get it in.
Anytime you can.
And that's great.
I'm trying to get his Facebook so I can put it in the chat. Right?
Oh, there you go.
Great job.
No problem. How do you manage your workload and your family load?
Well, you pretty much manage yourself. Everybody understands the situation. We're gonna be working all the time. We make time for each other and kids and family things, but when it's time to work, it's time to work. And everybody understands.
So you pretty much 7 days a week, you would say that y'all are out there doing something.
We try to sit down some on Sundays, but it don't always
work. And that's what we were talking about. We want to, start a couple of business together, and it's one of those things. Like you say, we need to get our ducks in a row. You want to do it slow and correct, or fast and wrong.
Fast and correct.
Fast and correct.
Exactly.
Don't need to go slow because you're gonna talk yourself out of it.
If you think about it, it's gonna pop up. It's just like your phone. You say, I don't like watches. Watches gonna start popping up on your phone. So you need to go ahead and do your idea when it comes in your head.
And you said that you're also a new home builder.
Right.
And how is that process? How did you get into that, and how did you find your team, your contractors?
It started out, we had rent houses. All our whole term, we had a few rent houses. And people was working on the houses, but they'll get our money and go somewhere else and work. They just lock you in. So I'm just sitting there. So I done watched a couple of times them trying to do stuff. So I man, I can do this. And so I tried, and I can't do it. When they come back, it's done. So we had gathered up a little money. I'm like, we're finna build this house. I had never built one before. But all the stuff that I couldn't do, I got out and got a contractor to do. All the stuff I could do, I did, and that's what saved me the money. And so once I did it once, did it again, built the commercial building. So.
Oh, you built the commercial building?
Yeah.
Oh, you built those?
Yeah,
I thought.
Okay.
I thought y'all bought it pre-existing. That's what's up. That's what's up.
No.
Did you build a house that you currently live in?
Yes.
Whoa.
Because when we were talking about building our new home, and I was like, we're gonna pay somebody all this money. You paying double just to have somebody to general contract it for you.
not always double. If you don't know what you're doing, you really don't need to grab a general contractor that you don't trust.
Exactly.
Because they're going to cut the corners, and I'm telling you, they cutting the corners. But someone that you know that's trustworthy, they help you go through it, and just, I got a saying, you kick back for hustling. You just, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
If I'm saving you, we saving each other. So you need to help you if the person is honest.
So if you saying that if I wanted to build a house, we have the land, I get with you, you walk me through
We'll
it.
go through, get a budget first. Go get your financing locked in. Once your financing locked in, then we'll see what we can save.
Oh wow.
Or where, like, you might want pretty light fixtures. Okay, you pay a little bit more for your light fixtures, but you go cheap on you.
Okay.
You got to figure out where to go cheap and where to go expensive in to make your project look good.
And that's what's up. And a lot of people won't tell you that. They just want to go.
Nah, they just cut the corner.
There you go.
And
And charge you an arm and a leg for it.
But if I help you, it's helping me in turn. So we got to scratch each other.
Exactly. And so do you have a real estate license, or you just totally do it?
I just do it.
Just
I
do
don't
it.
have a license. Really, you don't need a license. They say a license to build or whatever. Once you go down to get your plans from the city, you pay for the little permit that you need for the builder to pay for it. And there you in the house.
As far as the building of the house, what's the time frames these days?
Depending on the size of the house. You can build a house like 15 to 2,000 square feet in 3 or 4 months.
Oh wow.
Wait a minute.
3 or 4 months.
2,000 square feet, 3 to 4 months, where people were telling us anywhere from 15 to 18 months for almost 40,000.
Well, what it is, the material. It's hard on the material now. You can't just go buy it. Sometimes you have to order and wait for it to come in. Everything is scarce right now on the materials. That's probably why they're giving you so much.
Oh, okay. And then that's it's always good to know somebody, because like you say, it's crooks out there.
Yeah.
It's crooks out there. They will charge you $700,000 to build a 4,000 square foot house, and everything in it is cheap. And that's what, like you say, a seminar will help other people out like that. Because people are like, oh, this is pretty. Anything can be pretty on the outside. It's what's on the inside that matters, you know? And people don't understand that. If you looked at yourself now, look at where you are now, and you could go back and say something to your younger self, what would that be?
Just research a little more. Because we made it happen, but we jumped head first. We didn't research. Okay, I see this. Okay, I can do it. Go get your money. We eat. And that's the only thing. But really, I still do that now. Like on the marquee letters. Somebody rented our building, and they got the dude got his whole name and his age. So I seen, I'm like, man, that's almost as more. That's more than what the rental fee is.
Yeah.
I'm finna make those. So I went on and started making them. I jumped in here first.
Wow. Because I see y'all have letters or numbers, and you do that yourself? You make those yourself?
Right.
Oh, wow.
I'm making them, selling them, and renting. So if y'all need marquee letters, holler.
Hey, and they look good. I was like, oh, I wonder if they make those, or do people bring them, or do they?
Yeah,
That's what's up. So with your building, it comes, you do everything. It's a one-stop shop. Like some people have to go out, they have to get the marquee, they have to get this, they have to get that. But if you come rent your building, what's the name of your building again? For people in Fort Worth? KO's Clubhouse.
Put it in the chat.
If you put it in the chat, so anybody need a building, anybody looking to have a wedding,
decoration.
Oh wow!
Do it all.
That's what I'm saying. A one-stop shop.
We do it all.
Okay, tell us more about your talents of your family, because you pretty much have it all figured out.
Everybody do something. My wife, she decorates. She does everything. Decorate houses and events for KO.
Oh wow!
My daughter DJs. She's a dress model.
Stylist.
A stylist.
I love
She is gorgeous over here, man. Like, I wish you could check out their style. They all
She also DJs. My other daughter taught herself how to do nails, podcast. So
come show you. Did your sister do your nails? Okay.
Let's take a look. They all pretty though.
But they all pretty. She over here flawed up, flossed up.
So we all, everybody in the house works.
That's what's up.
Well, hustles. I'm gonna use hustle because when you say hustle, everybody think you're saying something bad, but it's not. That's why I use it so much. It's something good, Ain't nothing bad in me.
There you go.
And I'm hustling, so
there you go.
that's what I'm representing.
And to me, hustling is you just out there getting it. Right. You're not sitting and waiting for it to come to you. You out there going to get it.
Yeah, we go get it.
And then that's
waiting. You be waiting for them.
Absolutely. I was about to say something. I went totally blank. With your liquor store, right. How did you come upon it? You just saw it. You said, "I'm going to buy it."
Well, I seen it was open. We wanted it before. A friend of mine got it, but I couldn't get nobody to get the license. So years passed, and a friend of mine had it, and he was out there, and he had it for rent. I told him I wanted to buy it.
Oh, wow.
So we went in and got it, and we've been there ever since. That was 20 years ago.
That's what's up. And having a liquor store, that, like I always say, that's something that's gonna always stay in business.
That's staying in business.
A liquor store, a funeral home, bail bonds, they gonna always be in business. That's why they go hand in hand. You gonna need with a liquor store, you gonna either need the bail bonds or the funeral home.
There you go with the KO.
There you go.
The party.
There you go.
Scratches each other's back.
And so if you keep it like that, like you say, you're able to do everything. Right. So even though it's different business, it's like each business is helping scratching each other's back. Right. Instead of you having to go to the middleman to get it, you are the middleman.
I already have. Now, if you want it from somewhere else, we're not going to stop.
Of course.
But you should get it right here at a one-stop shop. So.
And it's going to be a lot easier.
You want to do now. You just come, party, and leave.
There you go. So the cleanup crew, you have all of that? And that's what I love it. You're not in a position to where.
Again, when I say me,
everybody, you're one. And I like that. Like we was talking, you and your wife been married for years, and you have a business. And as a black man and black people in general, that's so hard these days. Like we were talking, staying married is a job. It's something you work on every single day. Every day. It's not like you out there dating somebody, I don't like you no more, I'm gonna push on. But you made a commitment, and y'all are out here doing it and being examples to people, maybe younger couple or newlyweds that's out there. What advice would you give them on that aspect?
Keep it one. If both parties keep it 100, it'll make 100.
Exactly.
1 + 1 = 1, not 2.
There you go. There you go. And I like that.
Then I think that they made a commitment long ago to each other and to their situation, their whole dynamic. Whatever we do, we're gonna back each other up. We're going to work together. We're going to face all odds, and that's what the commitment really signifies. And I think it's being displayed a lot more lately. And I'm glad to see not just negative. Oh well, you see these housewives or whatever, and no shade, but and that's why I'm glad that you accepted the offer to come on the podcast and expose hey, you can come from the east side of Fort Worth and then come. And if you know about the east side, it's like it's not hard. How would you describe the east side? It's just like lovely. It's lovely. It's just you have to be prepared to.
It's not as bad as it used to be. It used to be bad over there back in the 90s, early 90s. It's not anymore.
Yes.
But anyway, on my property, you're on sacred ground. So.
And it hasn't been gentrified. It has been built up by people, like community people, right?
No, not everything. It's still out of whack. That's why I'm trying to get everybody. At least we can own our own neighborhoods, if that's the case. If everybody gets something, we got to worry. If I just have something, I got to worry. But if we all have a word, it's better. It's just like us. We done all we doing with one finger. We run around slapping folks, doing whatever we doing, building stuff. Okay, just say we get 2 or 3 fingers or 4 fingers. That make a fist. Now I can fight you. Okay, but if I get 10 fists, ain't no limit.
I mean, it's very well possible. I mean,
it's possible.
Everybody just have to come on one accord and just we got 2 people that start with there. So, and if people see it happening, they're more able to go and be in it.
Well, it's a mindset change. Everybody has to make one to adjust theirs.
So what do you think the hardest thing about somebody changing their mindset, getting in that, I can do this? What do you think?
They want to do what they see. They see it. They looking at the rappers or looking at everybody. Oh, we got to wear Louis Vuitton. Oh, we got to wear this. When you don't, you do what you do. Just like it's been tripping me out because I get email, comments, and they ask me, how many polos do you have? That don't make sense.
Yeah.
Listen to what I'm saying. Don't listen to what I'm wearing.
There you go. Worried about the wrong thing.
I'm not dissing nobody. I'm saying, listen to what I'm saying. I'm trying to put you on point.
Exactly.
I'm going to get it regardless. I don't need you to get it, but it's fun if everybody got something to say it again.
Because what shirt you wearing is not going to help you in one shape, form, or fashion, you know? And that's what I feel that, a lot of people have come to. They want to judge success off of the type of brands you wear.
Right.
You know? Many
likes and stuff.
How many likes and stuff you and I sometimes get caught up in the likes. Let me see how many views I got. I do. I get caught up in it. It's not so much that I'm getting caught up in, I wouldn't say the popularity, but okay, am I doing something right that could help somebody?
Inquiring minds want to know. You want to know who's seeing it.
Who's seeing it?
They not liking it. Or are they looking at it? I get caught up in that too. But when I get out and everybody BreadWinner, I'm going up the street BreadWinner, I know they listening.
There you go. You've done your job. Yeah. And it's like with the podcast, we have people from different backgrounds that have, visited and been guests on the podcast. And like we'll tell them, if we touch one person, we've done our job.
Somebody say, you know what, I am going to start that business. I've been sitting back in the cut for it. He said, just jump in. I'm like, I'm going to jump in. They did it.
A lot of people say that one thing stuff. That ain't enough. Some people say the one thing, you get that one, you stop, you get comfortable. Nah, you keep grinding. You want a mile. We greedy around here.
There you go.
So we're going to get a mile, try to get everybody to come this way. It'll be better.
There you go. And that's the one thing we talked about when we were talking. He's like, it's enough out here. We all get it.
That's what it just feels like. What I was saying about, everybody say I'm scratching and surviving. I say, hey, this is time to thrive. We've been stole. We gotta,
I can't do this. Well, I gotta wait till this. And we sit for that one check every year that come around, income tax.
Yeah, but you're not doing it right.
You're not doing it right.
On show.
There you
go. You're not investing. You can invest anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said on the letters, it didn't take nothing to start the letters.
Mm-hmm.
It just took some ability. And I got down and done it. Now I'm doing it. It's a striving business.
There you go.
What I hear is like you see a need and you create a business that will support and basically fill that need. If you had that need, then however many other people need this, and you learn how to do it, and you learn how to.
Well, I jump around and get in a bunch of stuff. You come in today, I'm doing letters. You come tomorrow, I'm doing something else, because I'm still looking. I can see a bunch of stuff going on, so and I want to conquer it if I can.
That's what I'm talking about. What do you think your next project is going to be?
We've been looking at some land. We're gonna try to do some building.
Okay.
Some more building.
Like you'll try to do your own subdivision or a couple of homes?
Well, we were trying to do some duplexes and fourplexes or something. We trying to look at a big enough piece of land to be able in our neighborhood to be able to do it.
So everything you're doing, you're trying to build up your neighborhood.
It's hard. Sometimes they make it hard, but I'm trying.
But do you think that a lot of times they make it hard for you because of being scared, the unknown, difference, change?
Well, a lot of them look at what you got and they weigh you up. Okay. They want, you got this. Well, I'm gonna give you this. You too much. You this. Well, if you go over there, you're not even looking at the price. You just go over there and buy it and leave. But you feel like just because you know me, I'm supposed to give you a deal. And that's not how it works.
Exactly. And that's the problem. We look for discounts or handouts from our people when you go pay the full price over there.
It's I've been in the liquor store 20 years. It's a lot of. I'm a street person, not a say a street person, but I know everybody out here. They don't come to the store, and they'll call me though when the store is closed. They think about it. Hey, Bird, you over here? Oh man, nah. You know what I'm saying? But if you come to me, we probably can make something happen.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't fault nobody. Everybody go where it's comfortable. I'm 5 minutes away. I'll turn in right here. But don't think about me later.
after you done when you need me when nobody else is available. And that's sad. And what is it? 94.5 the Ricky Smiley Show. They do a Buy Black Tuesday, where they promote black business to try to get that up. And I feel that, have you ever thought about putting your commercial on that, or you just go out and do it yourself?
We have our commercial right here.
That's right.
We don't have to pay for nothing. We're going to create everything.
Create our own. Everybody use everybody's platform.
We need to use this instead of for showing, oh, yeah, look, I got this. Look how we do. No, use it for pushing.
There you go. And that's what, if you look at my Facebook page, I'm always sharing out something that can, you, other people, something that somebody can get something from,
That's what this whole podcast was created for. But, to give us something extra to do,
because I talk a lot.
You talk a lot. I said, you know what, you should have a podcast and just get all that out. Some people want to sit and listen to all of this. And but I was like, let's showcase people that are inspirational, motivational, and getting more positive. If more people be positive, more positive things happen, and we see people that are doing things that that are intriguing or inspiring to us, maybe it is to other people, and let's spread that. Because people get something, then I'm gonna keep this out of myself. This is my motivation. They gonna this. But if, like you say, it's something for everybody.
Well, if we can change our mindset, that's the biggest thing. We still going off stuff we learned growing up.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different world when we was growing up. So we have to change our thinking to adapt to what's going on.
There you go.
Yeah. And he said he was coming over to YouTube in a while. You can find Marcus Jackson on Facebook, and he will be on YouTube. And I'm telling you, run.
Get it now, because he's got something every morning. Like I say, I listen to his videos and watch his videos every single day, and I also post them to my Facebook page. It's just, I don't know, motivate, make me feel like I can go out there and go to work.
And it's so much propaganda out there. You can be rich and you can do this, and people go for some different schemes and stuff.
Get rich quick schemes.
But you say, okay, you gotta stick to it. Eventually, if you stick to it, you will see.
Yeah, consistent. Well, I'm gonna show it like this. It's like the mixtape game. For all the rappers, they'll put out a bunch of mixtapes. Just keep putting them out. Then they'll put out an album. They expect you to buy the album because they done gave you a bunch of free mixtapes.
Yeah.
So if you ride with them, you need to buy the album when it come out. Then he gonna give you 10 or 20 more mixtapes and keep going. So you just make the people love you, and they're gonna stay down.
There you go. Never looked at it that way, but that was explained perfect. And you were saying that, people use their platforms, podcasts, because she was saying, well, there's many podcasts out there. How do we set ourselves apart from the rest? I say, how many podcasts you have out there that's actually putting people on that can help somebody, that can encourage somebody? Or we've had people to call and say, hey, you had a therapist on there, and, I realized at this time that I need to go to therapy, And like you say, people that's been wanting to start a business, you giving them free game on how you get in there, whatever you want to do, you jump in it and go for it.
Well, if you think about it, just put your blinders on. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Even if you're doing the same thing as another person. Look how many pizza places here. Pizza Hut, Mama's Pizzas, Papa John's, Domino's, all of them selling pizza. It's the same thing. So it don't matter. You just present it different. So.
And like you say, presenting it and the pricing of it. And you may add an extra ingredient that this one don't have over here. It's just like cars. There's many cars out there, but it's enough out there for everybody to
right.
You
just push. It's all about your push.
And I know your wife is sitting over there with you. You have anything you want to say? Come get it. She's like, no, I'm good. So did you go to she go to school for decorating, or she just picked everything y'all did, y'all picked it up on?
It's a natural thing.
Picked it up.
We go into our natural talents.
That's what's up. I like that. Using what you
What
have
you
to make it
She
happen.
said the clean way, natural talents. I say we hustles. It's the same thing, but it's just two different words.
Yeah, because somebody, like I say, there's like so many creators on YouTube, and I say, I do my thing, you do your thing. If we have the same thing, it don't matter. And then like because it's always something like, well, they're copying me. I didn't start doing that till I started doing it. Well, I feel like you want to be on YouTube, you want to be an influencer, they'll feel influence that you have influence. Because if you doing something that don't nobody want to do, why would anybody watch you? Why anybody pay attention to what you're doing? So, but anyway.
A lot of times too, I say stuff to these street cats. That they the ones that do the business. We really need them over here. They know how to take the risks. Right. They know how to accept the losses. They know how to do everything. They just on the wrong side. But everybody looks at them like, street dude. That's why I say something about them. We get them over here, and everybody get on one accord, we can win. Not all the street people. Some people do stuff wrong, but there's some good people out there. That's what I'm saying.
You're
And
absolutely
if
right.
everybody can get in line, we can win.
You can take over, like you say, your community. And I don't know, do you ever go and go out and walk the streets of your community and talk to people?
Like,
Everywhere. I know everybody in my neighborhood.
Oh, that's what's up.
You walk there. If I don't know them, they know me by face. I know them by face. You know what I'm saying? It's just an open area.
That's what's up. And I'm not familiar with the area, but
you know where my aunt lives?
Oh, that's the area? Oh, okay. That's nice. That's nice. And you trying to go over there. And we see some land over there.
We've been riding through. I say, I cannot believe how much it has just grown and is flourishing more. You know. So
will you I don't want to say branch out, but will you go into other parts of Fort Worth to
make it out there mention it? I'm just trying to give back where I did the stuff that I wasn't supposed to. I just keep going.
Yeah, I feel
so I'm trying to give back. I owe my neighborhood. So I'm trying to give back to it.
So do you think, I don't know how you grew up, but do you think your childhood put that fire in you to get out there?
I was born with it.
You was born with it?
I was born with it. I don't know where it came from. It could came from generations back, but I was born with it. I can remember the older folks said, I ain't worried about them. And I didn't know what they were saying, but it was how I was moving to, let them see, he'll get on here. I work with my back and I work with my mind. So most people don't want to work it out.
There you go. And today's society, that's where we're at. Since COVID, I mean, you go into restaurants, you look at the shelves at Walmart. It's sad. People have gotten so used to, since COVID, these handouts to where they don't feel like they need to get up and do it.
But it's not enough. I'm like, why are you waiting on just this?
Well, for some people, that's more than, I knew people that would get mad because they were going to cut off, the snip, what is it, the little unemployment or whatever. But I'm like, you never worked, so you get that money that you.
They don't get it. You gotta, stuff to be got, you gotta go out and get it.
Yeah.
Can't nobody give you. Now, if you give me a handout, okay, I'm gonna work just as hard to get matched what the handout is. I'm not just gonna accept the handout. I'm gonna get it and get it back to you. Here, man. Here yours. I got enough to do mine.
There you go. And that's, and that's one of the things I think, we go and we borrow money from these banks with interest. You say you better. So is that the way you do it? Yeah. Go out there, don't use your money.
No, use their money. You need to use it. They use it. When you put your money in the bank account, what it gets? 0.09%.
There you go.
If you calculate it through a year, how much you've made? If you put $2,000 in there,
yeah, we talked about
you ain't made number $1 or $2. Okay, invest in these marquee letters. Within a year, what you gonna make? You're gonna make your money back plus a couple of thousand, and that was just on the side. So which one would you do?
Yeah, that's true.
So you go get that money and flip it. You got to flip it.
You got to flip it.
And so you're saying get it, flip it, and then use some more.
Yeah.
And once you build, once you build your relationship with that bank, you can go in and pretty much they know you're gonna pay it back, and they know how you move. They're gonna be after you.
Yeah, but it's gonna change. The banking people gonna change so much. You just keep your credit history up. When you keep it borrowing, it's showing. It's a paper trail. Okay, yeah, you did good. Well, pay that back. You just keep pushing. Use their money. They're not using their money. Just look at the banks. Just file bankruptcy.
Yep.
The people had enough, but they had enough money to keep their banks going. They just filed bankruptcy and they kept the money. So in turn, they get some more money from the government to bail them out.
Yeah.
when they could have built their own bank and said, we'll build our own business out. And they won't. They'll just let it go down and go create another one.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
there you go.
we're
Trump,
just thinking
yeah.
wrong.
There you go. Trump is a prime example. You know how many bankruptcies he had?
Really?
It's a tool.
You know it's a tool.
If you understand it, it's a tool. We think it's bankrupt. Ooh, he doing bad.
Exactly.
But it's a tool.
It's
If you know
restructuring.
how to use it,
Protection. That's exactly
But we don't have that information. We weren't taught in school how to run finances. We weren't taught in the household because we didn't know. Didn't nobody know. If somebody don't get out there and bump their head, you would never know.
And we were raised, put your money in a 401k, put your money in a savings account. That's and that's what we
did a 401k thing.
And that's what we were taught.
Okay, that's the case. Y'all bring me $100 every time you get paid. And in 30 years, I'm gonna double it. And if you borrow some money, I'm gonna give it to you with interest.
Yeah.
You gotta pay it back. Now, would you do it? You gonna give it to me?
No.
Well, no.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
There you go.
That's what it is.
You don't give it to them.
Sitting
You
up
flip
there.
your own money.
And that's what we have to get into is thinking outside the box. We've become so, as she say, tunnel vision till we don't think outside.
Scared to lose.
Scared to lose your money.
If you get your money out your 401k now, just say you have $20,000 right now, and you go invest it. Okay, your initial investment gonna always be there. Even if your business don't work, your investment still gonna be here. You can get it back. But if it worked, look how much you gonna get off your money. Okay, then you pull your original and go invest in something else. This money still working. Your investment on another journey.
That's
Now you got about 10 journeys going now. You can do what you want off that 120,000 because you kept flipping it. You wasn't trying to save it. If you save it, it ain't working. If I'm going to work, my money going to work too.
That's what my friend Maggie was on there talking about. Girl, don't sit on that equity in the house, girl. Go ahead, we better be enjoying what you were trying to do. I said, I just want to make sure I'm right. But I was like, that's good we having this conversation because, like you said, it's not talked about all the time, but in certain circles. But to us, be confident enough in yourself and your abilities and in your dedication. That's what I'm looking at for myself.
To go out there and do it, make it happen. The scared money don't make it.
You just gotta try.
So I be telling you,
yeah,
you gotta try. I mean, I just said I'm so pumped up about it because I tried so many other things working for other people, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, you working for somebody else's dream.
Exactly.
You building somebody else up.
But along the way, learned a lot, and so I feel like now is the opportunity to go ahead and
jump in and do.
Use what you learned.
Use what you
That's all
learn.
you have to do.
Because she was excited. She's like, I'm just ready to hear, what he has to say and what directions to take because, you've talked to him, you're all hyped up and
He's from my city,
yeah,
and
and the knowledge he has is just, it's
I
out
just
there.
try to push. I don't know anything. I can't get you past me, but I can get you to me.
Oh wow.
So I don't know what's in front of him. I'm still bumping my head going. But why should you bump your head if I already bumped
You already
mine?
know.
And that's what I was telling her. I said, we were looking at. I'm like, okay, we're trying to get some more space. And I was like, what do we do with this? And I'm like, man, we don't know how to do nothing. We got to learn how to do everything. I'm not everything, but learn how to do things to fix stuff ourselves. Or we just be giving our money away to somebody that's going to do these things for us. I said, all these YouTube, I'm convinced all these YouTube videos, we can do it. We can put it on the floor.
My wife took a picture. I washed it, bro. And so I had to take it all the way down. There was a bunch of pieces. I'm taking and laying, I'm trying to remember, but I put it back together. We hadn't had any problems. Off YouTube. By YouTube, then they got it. So it does work. Even if you just look at a bunch of them, you can put them together and figure out which one, then make your decision of what works for you.
Absolutely. And she was saying that, I was like, I think we should keep it and we rent it out. But she was like, neither one of us know how to rent. We should just get rid of it. So you would say keep it.
I made mistakes. We made some mistakes and got rid of some houses, and we shouldn't. If you keep these houses the rest of your life, just say you get 10 houses accumulated, you getting paid for 10 houses the rest of your life. Your kids, after you gone, they still get paid 10 houses if they keep it up.
Yeah, but you see people after something happened to them, and the kids don't keep up stuff. You know, they dilapidated, and then it's like the state, city, whoever take it. I mean, so sad.
Well, kids stealing them, but I don't think our kids want our stuff. I'm just telling the truth. They such hustlers. They want their own thing. They gonna be later on,
Right.
and I feel that. Yeah, so you don't worry about if you teach them right, they gonna learn right. And I have said I'm God fearing. That's a lot. That's a big push on what makes everything work for us. We are God fearing, right?
That's right.
And you know, like we were saying, if we have 2 kids and try to get each kid a home, you know, so in case for them to start out because it's expensive out there. Yeah. So at least they have a home that they can start out.
I didn't say that.
What did you say?
I said when they are able to step out, they're gonna want something completely different.
Yeah, but if they have a house already, they can use that house and pay the rent at the next house.
But they may not necessarily
income but they might not want it. But
but it can be used in their benefit.
All you do is teach them. If they bump their head, that's fine.
Yeah,
but you just got to do your part.
Yeah, because she wants them all to just stay in the house with everybody.
I mean, until they're ready. Because like so many times, baby, you 18, you got to get out, and then children aren't ready yet. But I think and everybody processes things differently. I mean, but like, what you in the herd of go worship?
But yeah, you was wanting them and their wives and their kids.
And I just want to close this. I'm already making forecasts.
Yeah, my family, we don't push that.
Yeah,
thank you.
My daughter moved when she was 30. She just moving for her first time, and that's fine. But you move when you're ready.
When you're ready,
you stay down and I don't have an open door policy. Once you move, you need to be ready. You need to learn. You don't learn how to handle your business. Mm-hmm. So it's gonna get ups and downs. That's life, up and down. But you gotta be able to handle your business.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that note. I mean, push out type policy or type of.
But that's for girls anyway. Them boys, you need to push them.
There you go. There you go. See?
A man, I ain't saying it's no different. But they can do things that a woman can't do. I'm not comparing a man to a woman. I'm not saying that, but they can go out. You can go and kick them, get out, and go do what you need to do. Mm-hmm. So there, what I'm saying.
Say that again.
Because but look at other cultures. They just be at home saving their money, and then by the time they get married, they pay for a house and all this kind of stuff because they done sat at home, save their money, and then
sometimes you have to save it for them.
And that's what
come in and get it. You get the money, you put it up, and you invest it. Mm-hmm. Just putting it in the box, it ain't doing nothing.
Right.
Just putting it in the bank, it's not doing nothing. Putting it in the envelope in the drawer, it ain't doing nothing. It ain't making nothing. If you going to work, it got to be working.
And that's what I told her. I said, they have a bill they pay. Not that we're gonna use the money to pay the bill, but we put it somewhere where they can end up and fly.
Let them pay the bill, but it'll go to them.
Yeah, go to them.
It's just teaching.
Exactly.
So one right now, for my YouTube channel, any money that I make, 1/4 goes to each of my children. And I like you say, what are you investing in? I'm like, I have it in the bank right now, not the bank, but like certificates, CDs and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, you got to start somewhere. And so, any suggestions on
research on anything you like, anything you like to do. If you like it, you won't. Forget that. Mm-hmm. If you like it, you'll keep doing it. But you got to invest in something. All the stuff I do, I don't like, but I do it because I can see the promise out of it.
You can see it making money.
Yeah. So that's the object of the game. You got to get it. And if you don't, just say you saved up $10,000. Okay, now you sitting at home, something happened with your job, now you sit at home. Okay, now after you sit down 3 or 4 months, your $10,000 is gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
Okay, but had you invested it, your $10,000 was still taking care of you, and you still have the $10,000. You'd be like, well, I don't have to work. I can do something else. I'm being taken care of already, so now I can invest my time in something else to get me something.
Something that you actually may like.
Yeah, because when your money run out, you're going right back to work.
So and that's what I think that they said earlier. Each one of them draw off their natural talents, and so that's once you figure what your natural talents are, go out and
Go out and do it.
Sometimes you don't know. You just got to jump out there and try what enters your mind. It's in your imagination for a reason. So if it pop up, you need to try. Just think, I'm not the person that talks at all, but I'm talking on this thing. And I'm talking now. I'm not that person. You come to me up, all right, already. That's me. I just say one word.
One word.
But I'm talking on this thing, and I actually like it. So you just had to try it, and I tried it, and it's working. So
Every morning you doing it.
yeah, I'm putting it out there whether you like it or not.
Exactly. You
It's
gotta.
on me. I go back and look at it. When I go through some of the daytime, I go back and look at my post. Okay, I said this, so I can't do that. Just like on one of the posts the other day, we were at the gym, and a dude takes on there. It was about the McDonald's. You know, they making robots or something.
oh yeah. Oh,
Okay, and I put on there, and the guy put on the comments, well, y'all need to go back to the jungle, and I don't want y'all 20-year-old kids serve me anyway. I'd rather have a robot. So I grabbed the phone. I just erased it. Okay, my post for that day is if you're in business, you got to go through a lot of stuff that you don't want to go through and that you wouldn't normally go through. Okay, if I'm putting myself out there, I'm putting myself where somebody can touch me like that. But I didn't let them affect me. I had my guards up, on hit him, man, stop.
And
So-
she's had people to say stuff, on her. I'm like,
Yeah,
they're
that's
right.
everything.
Those are people that sitting. They have absolutely nothing going on. Trolls. They feel miserable, so they want somebody else to feel just like them.
like I said to my children, I said as soon as you jump out and respond, they don't want. You know, that's just as easy as that. And then if you are going to respond, take a second to think about it before you put
Right.
it.
And that's a lot of my problem. I don't think before sometimes I respond. I respond, and then I think about it. And that's a flaw of mine. And I'm
It depends on
first
your
to admit
thinking.
it.
Some people can think fast and make a good decision. I'd rather think fast and make my decision. Because if I take too much time, I'll be
Talk
fine.
yourself
Yeah, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
Oh, this could happen. That could happen. Nah, I just make the move and get it over with.
But you make sound. You have a history of making sound decisions. So if somebody that's not used to make no sound decisions, you better be here and sit down and think. Don't be going out there.
Nah, you can't just jump out there.
thinking you can make your own tennis shoes.
You ain't never.
You can,
You gotta know how to do it.
Research.
But that's like he said, and his daughter, their daughter just said she taught herself how to sew. I mean, she's like, she's into fashion, so she's gonna teach herself how to sew.
That's a hustle
Hustle right there.
Whatever they want to do. Just like this one. She was coming up in school. I want to DJ. So we got her DJ equipment. She was DJing parties. Now our DJ went to, I'm a rap, okay? We rap. That's what's up. So you do what you do. If that's what you want to do, go ahead. You just be behind them. The parents might not understand it all the time, but you still got to be behind them kids to push them. You don't know what they thinking about. You can't see what they thinking. A lot of times you don't understand what the next person is doing. So you have to ride with it. You don't hate on it, you just ride with it.
That's what's up. And a lot of people are scared to step out of their comfort zone.
Yeah.
And it's whether it's even going out of town, they're scared. You have people that's never even left their community. And it's sad, but if they've never left their community, they're not going to take. A lot of them not going to take their hard-earned $1,000 that they have and put it somewhere that could make them $6,000.
Especially out there, to hear about people getting scammed out of the money and all that.
Yeah, they're scared to take it off.
They
They'll get out of the box like they're in the shoe box. They just, like you said, they in their neighborhood. Their mind is just bundled up. If they open their mind up and open their brain, it's a whole world out here. You might not can make it here, but you maybe can make it in Illinois or something, wherever it is. You just gotta listen to yourself. Yourself gonna tell you what it is.
And then on top of that, you have to talk to people that have that business mindset, because if you're talking to somebody that don't have that business mindset, they gonna talk you, man, I wouldn't do that. You better take your money, put it in the bank, and draw interest on it. That's our whole mentality. Put it in the bank, draw interest. But like you said,
back in the game, the interest was better. You put it in the bank. They took the interest down to 0.1 or something like that. That's nothing.
Yeah.
You used to get $1 million and it'll last your lifetime. You live off the interest. That's old school. They're not doing
Shipping.
Yeah, and that's what you have to
that. When
do.
they move, you need to move.
Mhm.
That news kind of scare you sometimes with the stuff they say, but you have to pay attention to what's going on yourself and do the research. Once you see it on the news, go do the research on it. See what's really going on.
Yeah, because they're only gonna tell you so much. They spin the narrative and then
So they trying to make you do what they want
That's
you
why I'm
to
about
do.
to say they're scaring you to get you to
They
do.
training you.
Absolutely. And I don't know, did anybody have any questions?
if anybody have any questions, thanks so much for everybody being here. We just wanted to engage in the conversation so someone watching the replay can watch through smoothly, and those that are watching in live chat can enjoy the information. And as much as we can fit in this hour time frame as we possibly can with someone who actually not only has had several successful business, but his entire team, his entire family, and others, he's helping others stay motivated and inspired to do the same thing. You see it right here. And so if you have any questions, please leave them in the chat. And if you think of some questions, come back in the comments and we will try to get to those comments as well.
We're just coming to a close. Do you have any final?
I was up here talking to this. I'm supposed to be talking to that, but y'all get me. You hear me? Okay, don't come over here acting like you are. No, go ahead.
Just try your ideas, man. Whatever it is, just try it. Ain't nothing too little or too big for you to try. Just try it.
And you can put like you said, you put your whole family in it. I mean, together you see each other's vision. You may not, like you say, you may not understand it. Some of the stuff she may do, I may not understand. I'll be like, so why do you want to do? And she always say, Tasha, you all over the board. I need you to calm down. But it's like my mind moves so fast. And I'm just like, I mean, we can do it this way, and we.
But you be the main person telling me you got 5 things going on. You washing dishes, doing the laundry, cleaning the bathroom. I'm just cleaning one area at a time. But it just everybody may work differently. But if you keep working together, boom.
Yeah. Everybody was real different, and you have your way of thinking because of the way you grew up. You have your way because of the way you. Both of them are right. Both of the ways are right, but y'all got to combine them and make a new way, make it work.
Yes, and we established in the fundamentals of the business right now. Well, we did last year. It's just complicated, but but you know, like I said earlier, thank you for putting yourself out there, getting out your comfort zone, putting it out there, because she would have never found you, and we wouldn't been able to share it to anybody. But like I said, do it as a community, and like I love that you say I'm investing. I'm all around my city. We're all around it. And so, any last final thoughts for you?
I mean, I'm just full. I feel like I can go.
I know where you feel like you're
I feel like I'm gonna build that house now. That's what I'm gonna do.
Once you do it, it'll be behind you.
That's what I'm.
Once you're trying to do it, you can see it. Close you get to it, it's gonna just pass and be behind. Then you have to look back.
We did that. We did that. And I feel
stick
confident.
to your dreams, man.
Every time we bring somebody on, I feel like I get a little piece that I need to walk away with, and I was like, okay, about renting the house versus selling the house. So that's
there. You go.
Everybody gets something. Everybody who watches,
If you sell it and get the money,
That's
or you want to invest the money,
yeah, we're gonna invest into
or you invest in them.
business. I invest differently.
Okay, but I mean, you're not gonna really invest the money. You're gonna put it there, but you're gonna try to invest the money. But if you keep it as a rent house, you invested already. It's already going. Some people can get the money and not mess it up, but the money will find a way to get away from it. No matter what it is.
Yeah.
No matter how much it is, it's gonna find a way to get away from it. Tire busted up. This happened, that happened.
That's true.
And so I feel we should keep it. And you can, like you say, you taught yourself how to do certain things around the house. YouTube, I relit our water heater off of YouTube.
Yeah,
that's true.
You know, I mean, you can find any. I learned how to cook ribs on YouTube. You know, anything.
Yeah, I have one question, and it says, I know you say you're a God-fearing. Who is his pastor?
Killing spirits. First St. John Thief.
I don't know. I feel like
y'all come see us.
We've been saying we're we're doing it. I say we're going to different churches to see
where we fit in and
where we come over there. That'd be a church.
That'll be it. Okay,
there you go. We're gonna go to her cousin's church this Sunday, and I'll get with you to get the address and information for your church for next Sunday.
Okay, you can find Marcus Jackson on Facebook. Coming to YouTube. Were you able to put the link in the chat? I know.
Well, I give y'all links so we can put on there for.
Yeah, we'll put it in the chat and in the description and in the comments once the live stream ends, so you can connect and hear inspiration every day at 6 a.m.
6 a.m. we gotta put a map, but you maybe out throughout the day.
Right. Okay.
You will learn something on, get some inspiration off of every single one, because I do myself every morning. And I also share them out on my Facebook page also.
All right. Thank you so much for joining. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so we can see you all in the next one. Peace.
Already.
Where is this?
That's what we're
That's
going to